yeah, we're gonna start recording. We're gonna reduce the traditional way, just so as long as I can get proof about this stuff here. And what's impressive is it does not allow me to close the tabs. Check this out. Asking me if I want to close 2 tabs. And does not allow me to close the tab. I never seen anything like this. This was Barack Obama, who was extremely sensitive about this issue. He was extremely sensitive about this issue. About issue of Donald Trump journalists for whom I gestured at the beginning 2010. They had to sign the contract. Really, the journalists that would visit White House, they would have to sign the contract literally to keep in silence my case, because asking the president in front of the cameras about my case automatically would sentence U.S. president to death. It's a death sentence, basically. That's a handcuffs on wrists and bye-bye. Simple as this. Never more than today, because I completely distanced myself beginning 2024 from American presidents. I condemn them with everything I have. I totally have nothing to do with them. In respect to MK Ultra, blah, 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 blah. There is no such thing as us, just as I explained on the blog. And so this became extremely sensitive issue about 2 years before Barack Obama took office. This was none other than George Bush, who started to train journalists on the issue, on my issue, on the issue of MK Ultra. Those are the people that go to the White House and talk to American president, whoever is inside of the office, about, wow, I have not seen stuff like this yet. What the hell is this shit? Look at this. It's automatically highlighting the whole thing. So I think maybe even that my windows are screwed up. I don't know how this is gonna go. Whatever was done, did left Windows on, and actually I'm so confused. This supposed to be like that, right? If you click that, this supposed to open itself like this. This is a normal thing. Oh, what's not normal is this stuff here. That's not normal. That's totally insane. That's how crazy this shit is. Totally. So it keeps opening it keeps adding a new Windows from browser whenever you want to open the link issue. This is the stuff that was promised to me. Barack Obama was extremely sensitive to the issue, the journalists, to the White House. I think about in 2007, 2006, that George Bush was doing filthy stuff like this. He was using a Robert Miller for this kind of stuff, a Vietnam veteran who supposedly was involved in my case during my stay in Vietnam even. Richard Nixon did not travel so often, but he did travel to Vietnam also. And the helicopter guy, there were 2 guys, and they have chosen the helicopter guy to he was promoted and he had a quite high-ranking stuff, enough high-ranking to be next to the president of the U.S., so you can imagine he would not pick up just any soldier to be with, and he would be the one who would take over every time whenever they would deliver me to Vietnam. So confusing shit, totally confusing. So it keeps opening it, and then it starts working normally. Once it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open, then it works normally. And I see here red on the top. I never had any of that stuff. I never had any of that stuff. So this is just, I probably dig the nerve from the White House deeply to be so crazy about this issue here. It looks like that they lost nerves. Bad stuff. Check this out. Just went to eat and left the computer on, like always, connected to the internet. Boom! I return back and this is what awaits me. I should say awaits me. So, if you want to close one down, you cannot. There is no way to close this down. And then you have to use this kind of stuff. Close tab. So, interesting. It will not allow me to, and highlighting it absolutely everything. And if I squeeze, if I want to select everything, I cannot without the button here that you see, select all. And then when you try to make a right turn, you get this stuff here, it deselects automatically, just like that. So you don't have a chance to select all. So this is extremely, extremely, extremely disturbing. If this is how the justice, if this is how the truth is defended today, you can only imagine what is going to be down the road. If we're going to have a Ashkenazi Jews inside of the White House, how this is, where this is going, the whole thing. That's like very, very, very evident about who is inside of the White House. Too fucking evident. They're not even hiding it anymore. So I'm gonna have to find a way to the Control A does not work to highlight the whole thing. It does not work. So I guess that you just go like this, and then I guess you just go like this. And if I click on it with right click, mousepad click, it does not respond to it. It does not respond to it. See that? Now it responds to it. Now, let me demonstrate you what I try to say. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, there is nothing to. You can copy the title. You cannot actually, right now, I cannot even change the title. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have right now recorded, video recorded. Shit, I don't even know how. That's pretty insane stuff. Pretty insane stuff. And you cannot, there is no way to paste this shit. You see this here? There's no way to paste it. There's no way to paste this shit. You cannot close the window, like I said. Yeah, I easily could have screwed myself up. Control A now working. Select all working. When you try to copy and then paste inside a block body, you cannot do it because it does this stuff here. Unless, of course, you do it like this. Yeah, just the way you see it. It's missing here. As soon as you try to, even if you go all the way like this to the end and you highlight everything the way I did in a very crazy, strange way, I never was doing stuff like this. And as soon as you try to do a right click to get the copy of the text, you cannot do it because this highlights basically this portion of the text right here that you see. This is immediately this highlighted. Now, interesting stuff, interesting stuff. You can get it done like this, and then you can get it done like that you click outside of this title, like this. I did not expect that. Alright, so I am not capable to even actually use the computer at this point in time. I can say that. They made the computer totally dysfunctional. This was a cyber attack promised by Americans, not by my neighbors. Actually, the police department, Novo Mesto. This was promised cyber attack by Barack Obama. That's why I mentioned Barack Obama about this question of the journalists coming into the White House that all have to agree already during Obama era that will not ask question pertaining to my case. Donald Trump was not the only one, but Donald Trump, for obvious reasons, became obsessed with this issue. This is not a democracy. This is absolutely not a democracy, and that's why I stated that the world with the United States of America is on a losing end. Whether that be Barack Obama or Donald Trump, this is just or George Bush or whatever president was. This is something else. This is the issue that I guess it can't be hidden no more. I guess the time came that they're gonna have to spit all this stuff out because there was too many journalists involved, too many eyewitnesses of this shit for U.S. government to have a capacity to be silent about. The way I described the blog, the way I described MK Ultra with all the events, there were numerous witnesses involved in this stuff. It's described as anything that can be described as close as possible. It's described as if I was not even joked up, literally. As if this stuff was not done to me through the use of drugs, MK Ultra drugs, through subconscious. It's described as it was everything done like in a real time, and it goes directly in less than 1 year of my age, which is brutal. I know that a lot of people don't have no memories on less than 1 year of age, memories on few months of age. Very few people have it. And I talk to you about the difference between being subject to the drugs, MK Ultra drugs, and not being subjected to MK Ultra drugs. The way the British Royals play with me when I was a baby inside at our old Novo Mesto house, at our old residence in Novo Mesto city, where they would come for visits. So I guess I don't know what am I going to do exactly with this stuff. Let me see if I can at least stop this recording. Alright, we can stop this. Well, before I do this, I'm going to definitely record this stuff because I have never seen anything like this yet. We're going to close this here. Bunch of this. It does not allow me to close, just the way you see it. That's what it does. It somehow highlights that stuff. I'm going to close it. I'm in no capacity to... If I want to change to Google, let's say. Let's see what happens if I change it to the Google. It works. And if I change it to... So what is this thing here now? I don't even understand. Okay, now it became clear to me. All right. Yeah, this is a Vivaldi browser. I am so fucking confused about all this stuff. Eh? A Vivaldi browser was also attacked. We have a Firefox here, a Firefox browser. Dismantled in non-operational status. Firefox is already running, but is not responding. The old Firefox process must be closed to open a new Windows. Did you hear this shit? I'm not aware that Firefox will be running anywhere. That's all I get for the Firefox. And another message popped up, okay. Alright. We're going to put down here, close the Firefox. And, okay, we're going to deal with this stuff later. Close the Firefox now. It's gone. This pertains to the Vivaldi browser, like this. And let's see what happens with oh, okay, so this one here is working. I cannot say that this stuff is not working. And I'm going to use as a proof of my being attacked from United States of America. My internet service provider address. They attacked me through the... Yeah, you're not supposed to do that stuff. You see that? See that? Not supposed to do that. I did video record this stuff. You're not supposed to click on the Google and it would open a new tab in a new window. Not supposed to do that stuff. That's all video recorded now. So this attack took place through Opera browser because I had a VPN on like this. And so my claims about Barack Obama being sensitive to this issue, White House, Trump, Ashkenazi house, it's correct. I am located through the ISP in Americas, just the way you see it right there. There you have the ISP provider. And so they were literally waiting for me to connect to the... What kind of VPN is that? Let's see this here. Yeah, this is the one that comes with the Opera browser, VPN. So this is how you're protected when you connect yourself through the VPN. This is what America is advertising you need for the protection. And once you connect yourself through the American VPN proxy, that is, you're protected exactly like this. They go and they burglarize your computer, your property. They enter through the VPN and they vandalize your computer. They rearrange issues based on their needs. That's how people get fucked. People get fucked by using VPN. If they know who you are, if they recognize your ISP, that's how you get fucked. That's how they catch people, just like this. So, alright, so this definitely did not pay White House now. So now you're supposed to go and click the Google, right? So that they can enter inside what is my ISP, right? And once you do that, it looks like this. So this is a total clusterfuck, nah? You like it? Alright, that's not gonna help you out. This thing is not gonna change anything if I go here to the VPN. Hold on a moment. What is my ISP? Let's find out this. It's called a Hearn Labs AB. There you go. And it says here that I am unprotected. Unprotected from whom? I mean, I am in Slovenia right now. I guarantee you, I'm in Slovenia right now. I am at home here in Novo Mesto City. Indeed, this is a little Illuminati room. Alright, let's open another tab, because this is how we open tabs now. And we're going to take this off like this. What is my ISP? Oh, now it actually opens. Did it fucking open right now? Let me just see something. It opened a new fucking tab, man. As soon as I selected here, what is my ISP? It did go and it opened again a new tab in a new window. So that's probably not how you guys would, or anybody for that matter, would want to have the internet. All these tabs are now open. Probably that's not how you would want to have, but you know, fortunately all this stuff is recorded. There is no way to access for me Windows Shell. Windows Shell is totally functional. That's what it claims. If you go here, open shell menu settings. We're gonna close this baby down. So that was not kind at all. And this is really the first time I see one like this. I've never seen this before. Is it gonna open? Menu settings. It doesn't open anymore, even menu settings. Oh, that be damn, eh. The only thing it does is like, it keeps opening this Windows endlessly. And I'm going to also select this time the same thing, do not warn me again. And let's try what's going to happen. Okay, this one, contrary to the Vivaldi, is functionally working. Is considering closing the windows. Wow. Very interesting. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use another smartphone. I'm not using to video record with, because it's a smartphone that has overheating battery issues, a real problem. And I'm going to demonstrate you how exactly I video record. This is what it is. This is what this is. with a normal smartphone. That's how it works. That's how beautifully it works. And this is now with a normal smartphone video recording what you guys have watched. And you fucking tell me if you go fucking crazy like this or you don't. This is the smartphone I'm using. You go you go fucking insane with this kind of stuff in one day. If you have to deal with this kind of stuff. That's how I see it. See the timestamp the way it is, upside down? That's basically exactly. The hand is in the right position, everything, computer is in the right position, everything is in right position. This is what I get to see, that's how I record. That's why it's so difficult for me to do it. And what you would say, go to the, let's say, left bottom corner. Now I can go because I am trained. I trained myself how to do it. The camera is where you see the pause button. But before it was not easy. I was, especially because of very unsuspected. I never seen anything like this, crazy stuff. So that's how this stuff goes. I will reset the computer and see if anything goes more normaler. Not normal, but more normaler. This is of course not a proper English.